Hello, everybody. Wow. The time has changed. Everyone's tired. Stock market's crazy. What else is going on? Oh, yeah. So, people are freaking out. Okay. Collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. And then today, First Republic Bank tanking. So we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But first of all, hi, everybody. Did you forget to spring forward? I know by now you haven't. By now your clocks are right. But we had a time change over the weekend. Quý vị khỏe không? I'm so tired. I know it's just 1 hour. I'm tired. I don't know, maybe because I'm old. But did you know there are actually statistics to show that the time change actually has a bad effect on a lot of people? In the day, so we had the time change late Saturday. Actually, it's very early Sunday. Nhưng mà Saturday night, right? You go to bed, you know you're going to lose an hour. But in the days following the spring forward, như vậy là mình mất 1 tiếng đồng hồ, right? Mình đổi giờ, you lose 1 hour of sleep. But in the days following spring forward, we have more fatal car crashes, more emergency room visits, more heart attacks and strokes. And studies have shown that like long term, all of the springing forward is actually having a bad effect on people's health. And guess what? When you fall back, you don't get it back. You don't get it back. Ay, ay, ay. What a weekend. I won't even start. This weekend was rough and tough. Okay. Như vậy là bây giờ bên Mỹ mình đã đổi giờ rồi ha. So what time is it in Vietnam now? Is it like 9? Wait, spring forward. Yeah. So it should be 9 a.m. So good morning, Vietnam. Good morning. Vietnam doesn't change their time. No, they don't. Hello, everybody. If you're watching from the United States, let me see a 1. And if you're watching from, well, you know. Where my Vietnamese peeps at? Vietnamese in Vietnam, give me a 2. Okay, we've got some stuff to talk about. First of all, let me just tell you, when I lost that hour, I was mad. I think I'm still mad. I have been so incredibly busy. People are really worried, as they should be, about what's happening in finances now, right? As if things weren't bad enough. But I'm here to tell you tonight that you can take steps to protect your money. Okay. The search for FDIC jumped. Oh, because now you're wondering. Whenever you do anything, with your money, if you're going to invest, you really need to look at everything, right? Just like when we talk about life insurance, nhiều người mua nhưng không biết gì trơn á. Nó sẽ lời bao nhiêu, mình sẽ trả bao nhiêu, mình trả bao lâu, mai mốt sao? No one asks questions. Cũng giống như 401k cũng vậy. Quý vị tống vào đâu hỏi gì đâu. Không biết gì trơn á, mình tống vào, mình nghe người ta làm, mình làm theo. So we should pay attention to what you're doing. And I need you to just take responsibility. Okay? I know some of it is not your fault, in that sometimes you work with people and they tell you something and then you don't really check it, hoặc là you just trust them. And now people are in a bad situation. So we're trying to help people out of bad situations. Can I tell you that when we heard about Silicon Valley Bank, we're like, oh, that's huge. Oh my goodness. For those of you who don't know, my husband is a financial advisor. So he does the securities, the really exciting stuff, the ups and downs of the stock market. People who have a lot of money should be worried where they're putting it. Because, and we'll talk about this today, FDIC, when you put money in the bank, for most of you, most of it is insured. So you're protected should something like SVB happen. Should something like, do you remember 2008? Oh, it was awful. But if you have a lot of money, oh, then you need to start like strategically placing your money so that it's all protected. So I don't claim to know everything. So when I heard about the bank collapse, and I know that it's a bad deal, and I know a lot of people in Silicon Valley had some phone calls, had some really good conversations actually. So I talked to my husband about it because I know anytime something like this happens, people just freak out, right? Fortunately, so I found out a little bit more. Like when you have money in a brokerage account, dĩ nhiên nếu mà mình invest mà you choose a stock and you lose money because the stock tanked, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the brokerage firm, just like the bank where you put it, right? And I was very happy to know that at his brokerage firm, it's not FDIC, it's something else. We'll learn about it later. But the money is covered. And then they also have private insurance to cover the rest of it. So all of his clients, all of their money, 100% covered. And that's good to know. That's good to know. You know, some people tell me Bitcoin's up today. Wow, crypto. We're going to see where crypto stands on protection. Okay, here we go. Lots of ones and twos. Lots of ones and twos. We got Alabama in the house. We got Lynn from Virginia. Okay, here we go, guys. Remember, here's the new thing. Here's the new thing. Everyone do it with me. Everyone do it with me. The disclaimer. Are you ready? Get your broadcaster voice ready. And here we go. This video is for educational purposes only and is not meant to be taken as specific tax, legal, or investment advice. Okay, and then that's the disclaimer. Okay, that's the disclaimer. FDIC, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. It's an independent government agency that was created by the Banking Act of 1933 during the Great Depression to restore trust in the American banking system. You will be happy to know that since then, no bank customer has lost insured funds due to a bank failure. Insured funds. The FDIC is funded by premiums that are paid by banks and savings associations. Rất là nhiều người hỏi Lina là bảo hiểm nó có bảo đảm không, chắc ăn không? And I have to remind them, nhà băng mua bảo hiểm, nhà băng mua bảo hiểm nha. Okay, here we go. FDIC. So the agency will insure up to $250,000 per depositor, per qualified bank, and per ownership category. Ownership category includes singly held and joint accounts, different types of trust accounts, corporation and government accounts, and also some benefit and retirement accounts. Okay. Oh, I have to remind you something. I have to remind you. I just made these slides. I have been so busy, I haven't even eaten dinner yet. So if you hear my stomach growling, you'll know what that is. Đói bụng quá trời luôn, chưa có thì giờ ăn. So I don't know if there's a mistake or a typo. So that's just another disclaimer. It's not that I don't know how to spell. Okay. All right, here we go. So if it's per bank, and I know a lot of people who do this, people who have money, they will bank at different banks. Okay. I have a friend who banks at 10 banks. Like, gosh, I had to sit down. Like, do I know 10 banks? And it's because you want to make sure that the money in there is safe. And she knows that each bank, okay, will give her some protection up to $250,000 per bank, per depositor, per ownership category. So if you go to Bank A, you got $250,000. That's protected. Whoops. Bank B, Bank C. So all three different banks, then that's $750,000 covered. So all of that would be covered. Okay? It's up to that, but all of that would be covered. If you have more, then it would not be covered. That's how that works. Okay, dokie. Oh, I'm hungry. Okay, here we go. So what happens if you only bank at one bank? And there are a lot of people who just bank at one bank. So if you have a checking account, and let's say you have $250,000 in there. Ooh, lucky you. And let's say you also have a savings account in there. Holy moly, you got $250,000 in there too. If the bank fails, you are only covered for $250,000. Okay? All right. So then it would make sense that if you have more money, more than what's covered, then one way to boost your FDIC coverage is to spread the wealth. Spread the wealth. Several banks to hedge risk. Okay? Come on. Here we go. So let's see how we could do it. Well, let's say you've got Bank A and Bank B. Okay? So now you've got $500,000 coverage. Oh, but look, if you have a spouse or a partner or someone else who is going to be in a joint account with you, and let's say you both have an account at Bank A, each depositor is covered, and an account at Bank B, well, now you've got $1 million coverage. Okay? But let's say you don't want to bank at more than one bank. So here you are. This is another thing you can do. Bank A, for you can get 250, they will insure up to $250,000 of your deposits in there. Your spouse, partner, whoever, another $250,000 covered. Okay. And then if you have a joint account, oh, now look at this. And that's only one bank. Okay. So that joint account is considered a different ownership category. All right. What did I make next? I don't even know. So let me see. Oh, okay. FDIC, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, covers checking and savings accounts, money market deposit accounts. Check, check. I have those too. Covers CDs. I don't think I have any CDs right now, except one by Prince, which I really love. Retirement savings, cashier's checks, money orders, covered by FDIC. Here are things that are not covered by FDIC. Stocks and bonds, mutual funds, crypto assets, life insurance policies, annuities, municipal securities, safety deposit boxes or their contents, US Treasury bills, bonds, or notes. These things are not covered by the FDIC. Okay? It doesn't mean that none of them are covered by anything, just not by the FDIC. So I want to go through some of them, most of them, in case that you're holding them and so you know how and what you're protected by. Brokerage accounts, as I was saying earlier. Securities Investor Protection Corporation, SIPC. This is an independent organization for broker dealers, and it offers coverage for lost cash and securities. Hold on. Hold on. This is not if you invest, if you buy a bad stock, I mean, if you buy a stock and it tanks, we're not talking about that kind of loss, okay? All right. Want to make that clear. Like I shouldn't have to make that clear, but I'm gonna. We're not talking about losing money when you buy a stock that loses value. That's different. We're talking about if that brokerage firm fails, just like SVB, the bank fails. Okay? Coverage limit is up to $500,000 per customer per institution, including 250 maximum coverage for cash. And you're like, well, wait a second. What if I have more money? Well, lucky you. Many broker dealers have additional private insurance that together with SIPC provides 100% coverage. So this is what my husband and I were talking about. So his clients have 100% coverage. Okie dokie. Life insurance. People ask me all about, is it safe? It's a whole different video. Like you should search. Like when's the last time you heard of a life insurance company going bankrupt? Okay. But I digress. Here we go. Every state has a guarantee association to help pay the claims of financially impaired insurance companies. State laws specify the lines of insurance covered by these funds and the dollar limits that are payable. Coverage usually for individual policyholders and their beneficiaries, and not for values held in unallocated group contracts. So, in short, it's regulated by the state, and there are guarantee associations that cover these life insurance policies. If you'd like to learn more, you can go to the National Organization of Life and Health Insurance Guarantee Associations. Okay. How about annuities? I still haven't done a video yet on annuities. I promise I will, okay? I promise I will. Just so busy. Right. Here's the difference. Because not all annuities are the same. Fixed annuities are regulated at the state level. And again, because it's an insurance product, each state has a guarantee fund that covers fixed annuities up to a certain amount. There are also, next slide, there are also variable annuities. That's a security, not regulated at the state level. It's regulated like by the stockbroker people, FINRA, SEC. So if you're buying through a brokerage firm, that's when it goes to the SPIC that we just talked about, which is very good. Okay. All right. Crypto. Oh, crypto. I know that there are a lot of people who are huge crypto fans. Many of them are my Asian people. They love crypto. And some of them have done very well, and some of them have lost everything. Um, to me, I have some crypto. Not a lot of it, okay? I've got all this other stuff going on. And my approach is with crypto, it should be money that you're and now when I say okay, I just mean, of course, you're not gonna like it, but you should be okay losing it. Kinda like when I'm going to Vegas. If I'm gonna bring 5 grand to gamble, that's it. And if I make money, awesome. If I lose it, okay, I lose it. That's it, right? I'm not gonna wanna jump off a bridge because I lost it. It's something that you can actually afford to lose. That's how I would approach it. So, this would be like, to me, the riskiest of investments, okay? Like, does anyone think that there's any kind of protection for crypto? Well, FDIC insurance doesn't cover it. Mm-mm. Nope, 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 nope. None of the other stuff does either. Okay, so it's like unregulated. I can tell you some stories of people who tried to get their money out, and I don't know how, but they ended up being told things that to me would have been huge red flags. Okay. One Vietnamese man in particular, um, made a ton of money with crypto, wanted to take it out. And I don't know who he was talking to, but he was told he's got to pay taxes on that first. So he was told, you know, send 500,000 first before you can get out all these millions. And he did. And then after he sent the 500,000, still didn't get the millions he was expecting, contacted them again. You know what they said? Your credit score is too low. You're almost there, but it's too low. Now we can help you. We can help you raise your credit level. All you have to do is send us $100,000. How many of you listening right now would be like, duh, hello, scam, right? He's a smart man, made a ton of money. Guess what he did? He sent another $100,000. Do you think he got any of his millions? No. Nope. So he actually came into the office for help, and one of the agents just told him it's crypto. Like, who are you going to report it to? Like, there are some chances and risks that we take, and that would be one of them. So, okay, here we go. Oop, whoa, go back. Cryptocurrency exchanges, brokers, custodians, wallet providers all fall outside the umbrella of FDIC supervision and coverage. You should know this when you buy it. Okay? Like, one of the things that people love about crypto is also one of the things that could be very risky about it. It's unregulated. Now, there are people who've made a lot of money with it. And there are probably more people who've lost a lot of money. So please just be careful. Not insured. Not insured. So we go from the riskiest of the investments, I believe, to the safest. Okay, safest. US Treasury bills, bonds, and notes. This is like the only no risk, like completely no risk, backed by the full faith and credit of the US government. Bam. You see that muscle there? Yeah, okay, that's what that is. Okie dokie. I might be at the end of my slides right now. Let me see. Yeah, that would be the end. Now, if you have a federal credit union, how many people have their money in a credit union? Let me see some C's if you have money in a credit union. I've talked to a lot of people lately who use credit unions. A lot of the people I've talked to lately have been down in Virginia. Okay. So if you have money in a credit union, see, oh, look at this. Mm-hmm. Very often, like government workers, right, will use a credit union. I know that I used to have a credit union um, with the entertainment type stuff, union type stuff. Okay, so do you guys think your money is insured by the FDIC? Don't look it up. Don't look it up. I want to see if you what you think. Credit unions. Are credit unions insured by the FDIC? Don't cheat. Don't cheat, Michael. You're cheating right now. I can tell you're cheating, Michael. Why? Because I got that feeling. I got that vibe. Okay, Lynn thinks yes. Min thinks yes. Monique says no. I'm thinking some of you are Googling it right now, even though I asked you not to. Some of you may have a false sense of security. Okay, so some of you just may not know. But a lot of you have money in the credit union or know someone who does. Hmm. Credit unions are not insured by the FDIC. Credit unions not insured by the FDIC. Hold on. Don't panic. Don't panic. See the smile on the face. How many people hết hồn khi mà mới nghe như vậy hết hồn? Linh có hết hồn không? Hmm? Anybody? I'm sorry. It's true. Credit unions are not covered by the FDIC. However, they are insured by the National Credit Union Administration called the NCUA. NCUA. Okay? Lynn said yesterday hết hồn luôn hả? NCUA. And it also insures deposits for up to 250,000. Okay. What does this teach us? Hết hồn luôn phải không? Sorry chị Minh Châu. Find out. Find out. And normally, if you have a lot of money, you've already found out. You've already asked questions, but not always. And I say that because I have talked to a lot of people who have a lot of money who aren't really doing the right things with it for retirement. So just because someone has a lot of money doesn't mean that they know what to do with it. And I don't blame them because that is a whole industry, right? You could be great at making money. Doesn't mean that you know how to invest it, where to keep it, how to protect it. So, especially if you have money, you should be working with someone who knows what they're doing, someone who could give you options, someone who could provide the protection, who could answer the questions. Okay? Chứ nếu mà mình có tiền mà mình không có biết cái cách để invest rất là uổng. So you're losing time and money as we speak. Okay. So that is the video for tonight. I know a lot of people were really freaked out. So let me just say that it's not just news that when I say report, I don't work for the station anymore, but I post it, so I let people know because I'm still following everything. I see everything. I'm like my mom. I got eyes in the back of my head. Like Denny and I, we're involved in a lot of investing. A lot of investing. And did we have money up there? Why, yes, we did. Yes, we did. Did we lose it? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Another thing about investing is you don't just choose companies that have a name. For example, Blockbuster. Bây giờ để coi quý vị giỏi đến cỡ nào nha. Who can name for me big companies you never thought would ever go bankrupt who filed for bankruptcy? Or you heard that they were filing for bankruptcy. So I already took Blockbuster. You can't say Blockbuster. What other big companies? Anybody? You're very slow tonight. Anybody? You're very slow tonight. What other companies, very well known, that have gone bankrupt? Sears, very good. E.F. Hutton. Bed Bath and Beyond, right on, Maggie. That was like more recent, right? Right. So when you're looking at a company, not just name recognition, yeah? Not just name recognition. So might I add, and this is my personal opinion, when you are looking at, for instance, insurance companies, just because, oh, you know that name, doesn't mean that what you're going to get there is going to be the best for you. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So in everything that we do, okay, whether it's restaurants hoặc là mình đi shopping chỗ này chỗ kia, right? Mình mua đồ mà hiệu, right? Everything has a price. So you have to decide, what are you willing to pay for? Like if you could get the same thing or better and not pay so much, would you do it? Would you do it? I guess it depends on what it is, right? Circuit City, that's right. I remember them. Oh my goodness, you're right. JCPenney, Sears. Now my mind is going blank. The first thing I always think of is Blockbuster. Like, who would have thought Blockbuster would go out of business, right? And then Sears. I mean, gosh. But yeah, so that I got off on a tangent. Let me tell you why I brought that up. So we had money invested. Why didn't we lose it? Because when you're investing something, you don't just leave it there and forget it. Okay? The reason why, like for instance, my husband, from the moment he opens his eyes, he grabs a coffee, he goes down to his office, all the monitors get turned on, TV gets turned on, suddenly it's like tickers everywhere and news. Like, I don't know how he can listen. Actually, I do, because when I worked in news, it was the same way. I could listen to all of these different scanners and hear them all. You pay attention to what's going on. You pay attention to the news of that company. Blockbuster didn't go bankrupt overnight. No, of course not. None of them did. None of them just went bankrupt overnight. Pay attention to the news that's coming out of the company. You don't have time to do that, right? Of course not. I don't. So when you're investing, make sure that you have someone who's handling that. Someone who knows when it's time to move stuff, when it's time to sell, when it's time to buy. Oh, Radio Shack. That's a great one. Good job. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Radio Shack used to have one at like there'd be one there and there'd be one over there. Um, like I wonder, do you think Starbucks will ever go out of business? I don't know. Because right now you can't even imagine it. No way. You might have they closed stores in some places? Why, yes, they have. Things are always changing. And so if you're investing, especially if you have a brokerage account and you want to take advantage of, being in the stock market and like, yeah, you're going to risk some of it. Your risk tolerance is going to be more than someone who can't stand any kind of risk, right? But then potentially you can make a lot more money. But if you know nothing about these companies except the name, that's not enough. Absolutely not. So, I've talked to a lot of people who have money in their brokerage accounts who some people lost nearly half of it last year. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They're not paying attention. They're not keeping track. And like low, every once in a while reading up on it, that's actually not keeping track. So you need someone who is very familiar with everything that's going on. What's making news? Also, sometimes if you wait until you hear the news, it might be too late. Might be too late. I don't even know if I'm supposed to mention this, so maybe. My husband, for us, for our own investing personally, okay? He owns a little bit of stock in a lot of different companies. And one of his strategies or whatever you call it, things, is that he's able to listen in on the meetings that they have. I don't know what kind of meetings. This is beyond me. He loves it. He actually attends, he's listening to it. How many times you guys invest in something and nó gửi cái đó về voting hoặc là meeting này kia? Do you ever pay attention? Of course not. Come on. He does. So, like with everything else, right? Make sure that you're with someone who knows what they're doing, who's going to provide you personal service, take care of you. Rồi, nói về bảo hiểm, same thing. Mình đừng có là assume vì mình đã từng nghe cái tên của cái hãng đó là cái product nó tốt cho mình đâu. No, no, no. Mm-mm. I have proof. I have lots of proof. It's on the floor now. Lots of proof. People with insurance policies in very, very well-known companies, but the product is not for them. The way it's structured is not good. They are not benefiting. They're losing money. They're gonna be upside down. The money that they were expecting will not be there when they need it. Oh, but the company is well known. Doesn't matter. So you got to know, and you got to get someone who knows. You got to get someone to work for you. Okay. Not sell you anything, work for you. See what's best for you. And what I find incredible is if you're 20 something and just starting to work. I met this young man in the office yesterday, 20, almost 23, came in with his mom. His mom and I are the same age. Hình như chị lớn hơn Ly Nam, maybe gần năm luôn, born the same year. And I was so impressed. He was born here, hai mươi mấy tuổi rồi. Là mẹ muốn là tới gặp cô Lina. He called me cô. I still call him Em because it makes me feel so old for some reason. And we talked about investing. And we got him set up. He's going to be great. And Mom is so happy tại vì mom khi nào cũng là lo về con cái mình, right? Lo tương lai con cái. Mom is very happy and we're helping mom. Mom đi làm mấy chục năm nay cực khổ. Now it's time to take care of mom. Make sure the mom doesn't have to work so much harder anymore. Hmm? If mom bệnh, mom có cái tiền bệnh để chữa. Okay? Để trị, I mean. Trị hay chữa? Trị. Chữa bệnh, trị bệnh. Treat and cure. I think that's okay. What else was I saying? Oh, so if you're 20 something and just starting to work, right? Starting to make that money, starting to save it. How in the world can your investing advice be the same as someone who is, say, 40 something? Established in their career, now really starting to make the good money. Maybe married, maybe some kids. And then how can the investing advice for that person be the same for someone who is 58? Like wants to retire soon, right? Looking at that big 401k they've been saving. Oh my gosh. Now we got taxes. We got taxes? Yeah, you got taxes. You hadn't paid them yet. It has to be, each person has to have their own plan. It cannot be the same. Cannot be the same. And if anyone is offering you the same thing, run. Okay? Run, run, run. Ồ, chữa hay trị là cũng là same nghĩa hả? Treat and treatment. Trị bệnh, chữa bệnh. Còn cure là sao? Cure the disease. He was cured. I'd like to know that. Okay, so there's there. You know, would you guys be interested in a video where maybe I did like investing in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s? I don't know. 70s? Yeah, maybe. Would you be interested in something like that? Tại vì at each of these stages in life, the questions you got to be asking yourself are completely different. Your concerns should be different. And like if you've got a plan in place, it can't just stay there. It has to change. It has to change because your life changes. So there you go. So yes. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Anh nói là yes nè. Ông Jim, ông có 80 tuổi rồi mà ông cũng kêu yes luôn kìa. Okay, Jim. Oh, well, Johnny, thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that. And I hope it's helpful to you là tại vì quý vị có thể quý vị có con cái 20 mấy tuổi. Right? Để mình biết, để mình khuyên. Hoặc là con cái 30 tuổi. I know some of you are a lot older. Right? Hoặc là quý vị bây giờ mình đang 40 tuổi. Okay? You need to think ahead. It's a late start rồi đó. Còn như mấy người mà tuổi lên nan nè, 50 mấy tuổi, okay? Our plan has to be different. Và nhất là những người mà sắp retire. Very important. If you're about to retire, if you can look down the road and you can say, okay, 8 năm nữa mình retire. You have to get to work. We need a plan in place ASAP. And you know what else there is? Thực sự, we never run out of things to talk about. And I think this will be helpful even to young people. Quý vị để tiền trong cái 401k hoặc là 457 hoặc là 403, you know, a retirement plan through work. How many of you am I describing right now? Mỗi tháng, nó lấy tiền ra từ cái paycheck của mình không có hỏi gì hết trơn á. Và thực sự, mình kể cái đó là mình đang save cho retirement. Nó lấy ra mình không có tiếc. Nhưng mà cái tiền đó nó đang làm gì với cái tiền đó? Cũng mình còn hông biết. Mình lỗ hay lời bao nhiêu cũng không biết. Khi nào quý vị lấy ra được cũng không biết. Và khi lấy ra phải trả gì đây? Bao nhiêu tiền thuế? Có bị penalty không? Không biết luôn. Nhưng mỗi cái paycheck nó lấy ra thoải mái, quý vị không có đặt câu hỏi gì hết trơn. Right? If that is you, we have to talk because a lot of people bây giờ cái 401k của họ, first of all, congratulations là quý vị đã làm việc mấy chục năm, tiết kiệm, save dữ lắm. Yeah, and not everyone sướng đâu. Mình đi làm cực khổ lắm, mình save, mình lo cho con cái. Okay? Và mình nghĩ là mình cứ bỏ vào 401k, that's what to do, that's what to do. And now the 401k is getting up there in value. I've met a lot of people with over $1 million, $2 million in their 401k. Some of you right now saying that's not a problem. Actually, it is. It is. It is because they are going to have big tax liability, big lifetime tax liability. So, what do we do? Some people, what do? They không có lấy ra. Không có tiền trả thuế thì không có muốn lấy ra, tiếc lắm. Rồi đến 73 tuổi hoặc là 72 tuổi, depending, chính phủ bắt mình lấy ra. Mình không lấy ra nó phạt mình. Rồi nó bắt mình đóng thuế nữa. Ok? Suốt đời luôn đó. Và nếu mà khi mà mình mất rồi đó, thì cái tax liability đó nó chuyển qua cho con cái mình. Yep. So what can you do? There's a strategy called income smoothing. What? Income smoothing. Yep. So I'm going to do a video on that because I know a lot of you need it. Income smoothing là cái gì? Là mình bắt đầu mình phải rút ra từ từ cái 401k để mai mốt mình không có bị một số tiền lớn phải trả thuế lên cái số tiền lớn đó. Mà không phải là quý vị là tự động nói, it has to be a plan quý vị ơi. Has to be a plan. Rồi cái tiền đó rút ra mình làm gì? Bỏ nhà băng thì uổng, bỏ nhà băng thì mất tiền đó. Mất tiền là tại vì inflation go up, mình không ăn tiền lời, right? Mình lấy cái tiền đó mình bỏ, mình đầu tư nơi cái chỗ mà không có mai mốt mình lấy ra không có trả thuế. That's what you do. Rồi nếu mà mình bệnh, mình có tiền bệnh, that's what you do. Rồi không phải nếu mà khi mình mất thì cái số tiền đó về con cái không đóng thuế. Không phải là ra tòa, probate court này kia. No. Rất là nhanh luôn. Yeah. So that's what I want to help people do. Người Việt mình rất là giỏi đi làm tiết kiệm. Yeah. Giỏi lắm. Nhưng mà không có ai chỉ cho họ biết cái cách mình invest, cái cách mình save rất là quan trọng. Bởi vậy Lina không có muốn thấy mấy cô chú đã làm việc quá trời. Rồi bây giờ 70 mấy tuổi là bắt đầu là another problem. I don't want that. So that's my parents' age. So I want you to be happy. I want you to sống thoải mái. Mình có một cái plan. That's what. Buy property. Some people talk about buying property, and guess what? Do you want to be a landlord at 70? I'm selling my place now. Why? I don't wanna be a landlord at 50 something, 50, almost 54. Not as passive as it sounds. Oh, Johnny, don't say that though. Johnny, you have to meet with me. Remember, not everyone can just take what I say and then go do it because you don't know if your case là như vậy không, right? Because it depends on your age. It depends on how much you make. Thực sự, những người mà làm tiền lương không có được quá nhiều đó, bỏ trong 401k quá trời ổn luôn. Thật sự nó không có make sense quý vị ơi. So we need to figure it out for your situation. I don't want you to say là nghe Lina nói xong rồi bây giờ mình stop nha. Please don't do that. Forever 21, that's another one. So popular, right? Yep. So that is that. Rồi. Như vậy Lina sẽ là làm I will work on the investing at age 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s so that we can help everybody. There is my address on the screen if you need help. Okay, Johnny, I'm happy to look at your situation before you make any changes. Okay. Tại vì mình biết cái cách để mình tính thuế, tính vào inflation trong đó nữa nha. Nga, I'm retired already, right? I retired already. While I was working, had a 401k, but I did transfer to IRA. Well, that's what a 401k is. That's what it is. One mistake some people make là khi mà họ retire đó, cái tiền 401k họ cứ để với cái old employer. Why? Và nếu mà quý vị mà đã move job này qua job kia đó, mỗi job có một cái 401k nó có chút xíu trong đó, thả. Qua cái job khác, có 401k trong đó, move qua chỗ khác, thả. No. You need to roll it all into one. Và quý vị lucky là tại vì nếu mà mình hết làm cho cái hãng đó rồi đó, then you can take control. Còn như nếu mình đang làm, thì thật sự mình không có control được nhiều. But we can help you. Tuần vừa rồi là Lina nói chuyện với một cô bé rất là dễ thương. Nhưng mà she làm job này job kia. She có 4 cái 401k. 4 chỗ luôn. And như là thả xong rồi đi qua làm job mới. Bây giờ job mới bắt đầu làm tiền khá. So we're gonna help her roll it all into one. Okay? Khi mà quý vị đầu tư đó, cái số tiền nhất là mình ăn compounded interest, cái số tiền nó lớn thì nó lên nhanh. Còn như nếu đây một chút, đó một chút. If you have money in all a little bit in a bunch of different accounts, no. Roll it into one. Do something with this. That's the best thing for you. Okay. Còn chị Nga contact me, okay? Chị Nga contact me là tại vì cái IRA của chị đó, bây giờ chị để đâu? Chị có người personally manage cho chị không? Hay là chị cứ để đó, rồi mỗi lần mà nó trade đó, nó trade cho một đống người luôn, trong đó có chị. Nhưng mà nó đâu có biết là chị retire rồi, chị có mấy đứa con, chị có còn cần tiền cái này, chị có tiền thêm chỗ khác nữa không? Nó đâu biết gì về mình đâu. That's not the way to invest. Đó. Chị đang trả phiên nhưng mà nó không có lo cho chị. Right? So contact me on here. State pension, same thing, Christine. A lot of people, well, not a lot, nhưng mà I've talked to a lot of government workers who are lucky enough to still have a pension because pensions are going away. But yeah, again, there you really have no control. But what you can do is you can plan on when you're about to retire. So you have a plan in place and put it in action right before you retire. Don't wait. The last thing you want to do after you retire is figure out your finances. Okay. Tracy says she moved my money in stable. I don't know what that means. Maybe you move it into something that is safer, right? Nhưng mà Tracy biết sao không? Depends on when you do that. Tại vì khi mà thị trường lên mà mình không có biết move trước khi nó lên á, thì mình sẽ miss out. Right? Mình sẽ miss out. Nice. Ben said he quit his job, took his 401k to pay for the building of his nail salon, and now he's got the American dream. Very nice. Congratulations, Ben. Hôm giờ Lina giúp rất là nhiều người Việt mình có nail salon và hair salon. Và many of them không có cái vụ mà 401k. Nhưng mà họ có tiền, họ cần một cách để đầu tư, để có sự bảo vệ mà sau này không có trả tiền thuế nữa. It's excellent. It's like a Roth on steroids. Tracy, we have to talk. We can't, I'm not going to just give you investment advice mà không có biết là what your salary is, how much you have, what you have it in, when you're going to retire, how many people you care for, right? So everyone who's asking me questions, I need more information, because honestly, if you're asking me a question right now and I'm just giving you an answer, you should run. You should run. Okay? I need to look at your information personally. Because what I tell Tracy has to be different from what I tell chị Nga. Chắc chắn rồi đó. Yes, chị Nga. Don't leave money on the table. I love it. I love it when people use idioms. So there it is, linawin.net/money. Rồi, the more information you give me, the more I can help you come up with the best plan for you. Okay? Quý vị đừng có nghe lời bạn bè hoặc là sometimes mình đang làm nail, mình nghe người khách nói họ làm vậy, mình muốn làm theo. No, 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 no. Ai cũng different. Everyone's different. No one plan for everyone. In case you're new to the channel, you know what we call that? Hammer and nail. When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. But like I said, some of you are a little screwy. Can't use the hammer. So please contact me, and I'll help you as much as I can. Rồi. Wow. Nãy giờ nói chuyện gần tiếng rồi đó hả? Dễ sợ luôn. Sometimes mình nói mà mình excited. Like, where did the time go? And I thought I was hungry, but I'm not. I thought I was hungry. Okay, thanks, chị Nga. Yes, and everybody, it will take me some time. I get back to everyone personally. Okay? Không có giao qua người khác, không có giới thiệu anything. I take care of you personally. Và khi mà Lina làm như vậy, Lina là người chịu trách nhiệm. Okay? Lina là người chịu trách nhiệm. Okay? Mình làm việc sao mình biết. Mình giới thiệu người khác, mình không biết họ làm việc sao. Nhưng mình là người mang tiếng giới thiệu. That's why bây giờ là Lina là tận tay giúp quý vị luôn. Okay? So anyway, anh Bình, congratulations. That's awesome. Khi mà Lina nghe người Việt mình mà thành công á, I just love it. Mình giống như là mình cứ kể đó là người nhà mình á. I feel that way. I really do. So I love it. Trời, dễ thương không? Cô nói hay quá. Con nghe quên thời gian luôn. Okay, everybody. Please remember, like, 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 like. Johnny, you don't have to listen to the live stream. Just contact me. Give me information and I'll help you. Jim, thank you. Okay, thank you, everybody. Here we go. Let's get that music that we like so much. Okay, we'll get some music. We're gonna relax. Ready? Here we go. Listen. Breathe. Không ai sướng bằng Lina. Mặc dù mình làm việc mình rất là mệt. Mình yêu đời, mình happy, con cái mình khỏe, mình có sức khỏe, mình giúp được người khác. Like, thực sự mình tiếng Anh nói là I can't complain. I can't complain. Mà Lina nói vậy không phải là khoe. Nhưng mà thực sự I thank you so much. Quý vị mà để cho Lina giúp quý vị đó, you're doing something for me too. And I mean that. Mình làm mình vui, mình giúp được người khác, mình thấy sung sướng lắm. Và Lina nghĩ trời có con mắt. Yep. Everything I give out, I always get back. Sướng vậy đó. Ý như rửa. Okay, everyone. I love you. Remember, contact me if you need help. Remember to read your email if you contact me. Yeah? Nhiều người họ contact, họ không có đọc email. And I'll see you one-on-one soon. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.